It's another big hitter from across the pond. We're drinking DoomBar by Sharps.
What up, guys? Welcome back. It's The Beer's Gone Bad.
When the beer flows like wine.
It's aggressive.
I was, you know? It was a little aggressive. Sorry, I was a little aggressive.
I'm Patrick Tugend.
I'm Scott Van Book. I'm trying to slow it down.
I'm Ron Birkin. We're going across the pond again tonight. We have another beer by Scott's sister, Christy. What up? We've got a couple in a row, actually, from Scott's whole family. They've been traveling a lot and sending us a lot of cool stuff.
We got like 10 beers to review from Britain, Spain, Mediterranean.
A lot.
Excited.
To say the least. We're getting into one tonight from Sharp Brewery called DoomBar.
DoomBar!
DoomBar, apparently, according to their website, is one of UK's fastest growing...
they're a heavy hitter over
fastest growing beer brands, or beer, you know, it is. DoomBar being one of the biggest brands. DoomBar, based out of Cornwall, in the southern tip of England, is a big brewery down there. They specialize in cask beers.
Big time cask, and this is actually a cask beer itself.
It is a cask beer. And for anyone who doesn't know what a cask is one of those things that is not a keg, it's not fermented, or not carbonated.
Yeah.
It comes out in a pump form, I'm told. And
actually, until this happened, I wasn't even aware that they did cask bottled beers.
That is true. 4.3 ABV, price, another unknown because it's coming from another foreign land. So we're going to get into this and see what you think.
All natural carbonation on there, not expecting to see a whole lot of it.
DoomBar
some, dude.
Online is saying that DoomBar is actually, this beer is named after a huge sandbank that is outside of the north part of Cornwall, which is a big protector of the estuaries over there. So they're real big on it.
Skunky over here. You smell it?
Let me flash this thing. We took the beer out of it, but DoomBar.
Now I've been told straight from the cask that this beer is better than when it's bottled, but because we're not in England, we don't have that luxury. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to review it straight from the bottle. I'm really excited. This is one of those things where we have that rare opportunity to get outside of the beers that we have access to all the time, and have a chance to review something that's a little bit more eclectic, a little bit different.
Can I blow your mind here?
Yeah.
Serve chilled, 2.2 UK units, just for any of those who don't know how big this bottle is. Recommended weekly limits for alcohol consumption are 21 units for men and 14 units for women. So any of you who know what a unit is, you understand that, and for the rest of us, what? Is that a beer? Is that a shot? What does that mean?
Something out.
1 Bud Light, 10 Rasputin.
Whoa. 3.5, 4.
I'm gonna say 3. It's
3?
not really doing it. It's really clear for me.
It is pretty clear. I'm sorry, I had a little bit of condensation on my glass.
It doesn't matter. That's
I'll back it for a 3. The other one of us are saying 10. Little skunky. It kind of has that brown ale scent.
I'm getting like a roasted almond kind of flavor.
Are you really?
Yeah, I swear to God. For some reason, that clicked into the way that those roasted almonds, like when you get them at the grocery store, you know, you get them in a can. That's what it smells like to me for some reason.
I'm more of a cashew man, so I just
well,
gotta get that one.
Either way, cheers. 0 head, absolutely no carbonation.
There's a little bit of carbonation on it.
0.01%.
Cheers. Right off the bat, you get a lot of flavor, but it doesn't have a really strong finish.
Do you pick up the hops when you taste that too? There's a little subtle like flavor of hops in there too.
Maybe again, right off the first sip.
Really, really light hopping flavor. It's a mellow beer, almost watery in a sense.
Well, that's the thing, is like right when you first taste it, it has that kind of presence where it's like, oh my god, this is going to be a no, it's not. It's
not.
Okay.
It's what it is. It's a cask beer. It's not claiming anything crazy. It's smooth. It's.
You know what though? For such a mellow beer, it has a good flavor. Like right off the bat, that does have a lot of flavor. It mellows out a lot, dude, while it's in your mouth, and then while it's in the finish, it just kind of tapers off. But again, dude, I see, again, going back to my theory of like eating heavy, fried, greasy food, this is drinkable beer. You're not looking for a beer that's going to be a meal in itself. This is going to complement heavy food, Completely.
There might be a bunch of you out there that are going to hate me for this comment, but this is like flavored water. And I don't want to be rude when I say that, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm merely expressing what it tastes like to me, is that it's got a very light flavor to it. And it comes across as, you know, it's the consistency of like, an iced tea or something. It's
a light beer, but I think to say it's a flavored water is a little unfair. I mean, tea is flavored water. That's what tea is.
Then it's an alcoholic tea then. I'm not saying, because the carbonation for me, I just, when I drink beer, beer's one of those things that I feel like the carbonation is there, and I feel like the flavors are there. And I actually enjoy this beer. I'm not trying to be rude by any means, I promise you. I'm just saying what it tastes like to me. It comes across as like a really
I'll give you alcohol
sun tea, alcoholic version of it, because I'm picking up roasted flavors.
To put a positive spin on it, I'm going to give it the brand of refreshing.
It's nice. It's a nice beer. I enjoy this.
It's very light, extremely light, actually. Very low carbonation, which we knew we were getting into.
I never had a cask beer. I don't know what I was getting into.
But for a beer that comes out of a clear bottle, you're expecting how skunky it kind of smelled when we first opened it. I was expecting something that was going to be bitter.
That is true.
That was going to be like, okay, this has probably been sitting in the sun for a little while. This is a really,
maybe they cured it in the sun.
This is like sun tea?
Yeah.
This is something that it has a really good flavor to it, and it's not at all spoiled by being in a bottle like this. This is something I would expect out of a brown bottle.
What's up with the clear bottle, though? Seriously, you don't see very many, aside from Mexican beers, in clear bottles. Oh. And not even that, just Corona. I can't even think of another beer in a clear bottle.
MGD 64.
Okay, touche. You have any other ones?
Corona, obviously. Corona Light.
I'm racking my brain. I can't think of much.
A bunch of Mexican beers.
I'm gonna give this one blah and boring 10. Like, oh my god, you just blew my socks off. I'm actually gonna give this I'm gonna give this about a 5.5, 6, because I like this as refreshing. And if I was in the setting like Scott was saying, at a pub eating big heavy food, this would actually be really nice.
I think that if there's anything we can learn from our New Zealand review, that it's that you have to take that beer within the context that it was brewed.
100%.
And they're not all going to be crazy hoppy, like, infused beers. Like,
6.
Whatever. I'm with Pat. I'm going to give it a 6. I think it has a time and a place. It's a very drinkable beer. I absolutely enjoy it.
I did enjoy it. That was really good.
But it's not what I would get if I was looking for, like, hey, I want a beer that's going to blow my socks off, and I want it to be from over the pond.
This is like, look, I'm having a big chicken pot pie, and I need something to go with it. Dude,
yeah,
perfect.
Dude. Shepherd's pie, everything soaked in gravy.
Sure. Here's you and DoomBar. I enjoy this one.
I like this one, dude.
Good job. All right.
Cheers.
Well, for Scott and I, this is The Beer's Gone Bad.
It's where the beer flows like wine.
Guys, if it's not craft, I don't want to talk about it. So you know what? We'll see you next time.
Take it easy.